what of versions of .NET means what are the versions we have seen in .NET we are going to discuss. Okay, so we know how many versions till the time. With our yesterday discussion, we are identified how many versions?
Only one version,
Only one version. What is it?
1.0.
.NET 1.0. So, yeah, we are going to discuss. .NET is a simple question is not, Microsoft is not introduced one version. Later, there are introduced so many versions. So, my question to you is, what do you mean by next version? Generally 1.0, 1.1, 2.0, 3.0. So what do you mean by next version? What next version?
1.1 maybe.
No, I'm not talking about on behalf of .NET. You take any product, you will have next version, Java, .NET versions. There will be a number of versions, but ultimate product is .NET only. But you will have 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. So what do you mean by next version?
Next version is 1.1 or maybe 2, but depending upon the development on the .NET.
Yeah, next version means adding the features to the existing product and making the user task easy. Okay, so making programmer task easy. So like simply you can say first version to second version, couple of features will be adding. Second version to third version, couple of features will be adding. Because of that, it will be making the main intention of the next version is providing more features to the user, like developer. Here user is nothing but developer of the .NET. We are going to use the .NET. Okay, so let me check the versions one by one. First version is .NET 1.0. It was introduced by the Microsoft in the year 2002. Second version is .NET 1.1, was introduced by the Microsoft in the year 2003, and the third version was introduced by the Microsoft in .NET 2.0 in the year 2005, and fourth version, that is .NET 3.0, was introduced by the Microsoft in the year 2006, and the fifth version, that is .NET 3.5, was introduced by the Microsoft in the year 2008. And coming to the sixth version, that is .NET 4.0, was released by the Microsoft in the year 2010. And next seventh version, that is .NET 4.5, was released by the Microsoft in the year 2012. So like that, we have various versions in .NET. We have one more version. About that I'll tell you as part of the training. So up to now we'll better to have a clarity about all these 7 versions. So this is the version, this is a year when it was released. This is a year when it was released. 1.0 was released in the year 2002, 1.1 in the year 2003, 2.0 in the year 2005. In 2.0 is the biggest version in .NET among all the versions. 2.0, because in this version Microsoft has included so many features, and in 3.0, next 3.5, next 4.0. So version to version they are adding the features. Especially in 3.0, we can see they have introduced foundation technology concepts like WPF, WCF, and so on. WPF stands for Windows Presentation Foundation. WCF stands for Windows Communication Foundation. In 3.5, Microsoft has introduced a concept called LINQ. LINQ stands for Language Integrated Query. It's a advanced radio.NET. Data access technology. Okay, so advanced radio.NET is nothing but like that. In every version, if you will see, so many features are adding by the Microsoft. So total number of sections, whatever we are giving, total number of versions, whatever we are listing is around 7 here. Okay, so all of you guys, when the session is going on, whatever I am writing in Notepad, you better to write main points on your book. That will be like running notes, so it will make you to connect to the session. That is very important. So especially that interaction by writing main points, like not exactly full notes, just main points. Whatever you are able to write, main points you record on your book. And whenever I'm asking a question, one person is able to answer, remaining people can respond through chat. Okay, so just to go through 1 minute time, I'm giving you all you guys. Try to remember all the versions. There are 7 versions. Okay, so let me repeat 7 versions by any one of the student. Right, who can repeat?
Yeah, .NET 1 version in the year 2002, .NET 1.1 version 2003, and .NET 2 2005. It is a big version that included a lot of features in the .NET 2, and .NET 3 is in the year of 2006. WPF, WCF, Windows. What can explore? Elaborate it one more time.
I'm removing this part because now you don't know what is what in .NET. Instead at that time, WPF,
Okay, and .NET 2000, the 3.5 2009 and 4 and 2010, and .NET 4.5 version 2012. So every 2 years.
Yeah, not like that every 2 years. Total number of versions are how many?
7.
7. Right. Now I'll ask a question. Can you? I'm asking a question. So you can mute. Anybody can repeat all the versions without seeing the book. Anybody can repeat all the versions without seeing the book. Come on. Not you. Other new person. Anybody can repeat all the versions. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Harika.
Yeah, Harika, come on.
Yeah. .NET 1.0 in 2002 and 1.1 in 2003, 2 in 2005, 3 in 2006, 3.5 2008, 4 in 2010, and 4.5 in 2012.
Excellent. So I'll ask you the question. Khushbu, you tell me. Khushbu, question to you is, when Microsoft has released 2.0, Khushbu, 2.0 year. Very many people can respond through chat, right? So a couple of people are responding. Right. 2.0, Khushbu. Right. Now. Yeah. Anyone? 2.0 which year? Anyone?
Hi. 2005.
2005. Okay. Right. What about 2006 version is what?
3.0.
3.
3.5 year is what? What is the year of 3.5?
2008.
2008. And 4.0 year?
2010.
10. Okay, next 4.5 year?
2012.
Well, and 1.1 year?
2003.
2003. And 2005 version?
2.0. Yeah, 2.
2006 version?
3.0.
3.0.
Many people respond through chat, guys. Response that is very important. So ultimate, don't try to complete .NET, try to learn .NET. Remember this point forever. We will attend multiple courses, but learning is important here. Completion is everybody can complete the course. Right. Next 4.5 year.
2012.
2008 version.
3.5.
3 version. 2003 version.
1.1.
So these are all the versions of .NET. Right. Now come back to our next discussion. Who will provide .NET software? Because if you want to develop an application, remember this point. If you want to develop an application, you require .NET software. Who are providing it's a Microsoft product. So Microsoft will be providing the .NET software. How Microsoft, yeah, how many ways Microsoft is providing please mute yourself if you are having noise. How many ways Microsoft is providing .NET software? So actually, Microsoft is providing .NET software in two ways. Number one is it's called a trial version. First one is trial version. So trial version. Second one is licensed version. Trial version and licensed version. So here coming to trial version and coming to licensed version. So what do you mean by trial version here? Trial version means what? Yeah. Any idea about trial version? Anyone?
Yeah, just basic feature, like very less feature.
No, I think so. We need to familiar with that particular software trial version, the release, and any errors will be there. No, not like that one, but we need to familiar that particular.
Yeah.
The user has to familiar that one particular version, something like that one. They are giving the trial version. If you are familiar with that, they'll ask you to take the license version. For example, you have started a new organizations, so they start to release some licenses for the 1 month or maybe 2 to 3 months trial version. Then after that, when it's okay, then we'll go with the license versions.
Not exactly. Let me explain to you. See, trial version means which can use by the trial version means which is a free download. You to get trial version, to get this, we don't require to pay anything. We don't require to pay anything. So that is a trial version, and to use trial version we don't require to pay anything. So whenever we visit Microsoft website, then you will have an option to get trial version. The validity will be a limited validity, like 3 months validity you will have. So it's not a full software, it's a partial software. You don't expect all the features will be included. So who can use the trial version of .NET of Microsoft? The learners like us, the learners can use this trial version. So that is about trial version. All the people can get this trial version. I'll guide you, I'll give you a document to you all guys, how to get that .NET software installation into our machine. So I'll prepare a document, I'll give you step-by-step process how to visit website. From website how you can install .NET software. And coming to the licensed version, so to get this we have to pay to Microsoft, and it's a full-fledged software. It will have all the features. So who has to use this licensed version? The organizations who will do the business with .NET, who will use the .NET for their business requirements, they have to use this licensed version. Especially you can say that the companies who are developing the application with the help of .NET to their end clients, they should use licensed version. So that is a story about trial version and the licensed version. Right. Next, what .NET software will contain? What .NET software will contain? So whenever we install the .NET software, what exactly is going to get installed? That we have to understand. .NET software will contain two components. Whenever we install .NET software into our machine, when we install .NET software into our machine, it will be get installed two components. Any idea about the two components, guys? Anyone? It will install two components. Any idea?
One can be programming language.
No, I'm telling you very simple. Suppose you have given a .NET software to you. I have given a .NET software CD to you. You are installing your machine. Exactly, the software will be installing mainly two components. Those components are called .NET components. This is .NET software. Let us assume like that. So this will contain, I said, two components. Number one is Visual Studio.NET. Please mute yourself. Visual Studio.NET. Number 2 is .NET Framework. Number 1 is Visual Studio .NET. Number 2 is .NET Framework. Finally, we understand .NET software will contain two components. Number 1, Visual Studio .NET. Number 2, .NET Framework. So now we need to understand what are these two components. So first of all, yeah, right. The TekZenius team who are in the session, please mute when the noise is coming from the console. Please. Sahiti, I think Sahiti, you are in session. Try to mute the person because in the top of the window talking, there my name is displaying. Whenever the network displays, they don't know that the noise is coming. Better to mute the concerned person, the name, whatever it is displaying, the top of the GoToMeeting window. Sahiti, you please take that responsibility. Then we can avoid the disturbance. .NET software will contain two components already I said. Number 1, Visual Studio .NET. Number 2, .NET Framework. Yeah. Now, what is Visual Studio .NET? What is Visual Studio .NET? Let's try to understand about this. So tomorrow we are going to start programming C# .NET. Due to that reason, end of the class, I'll share you the any of your friends who are looking for these classes. So we will go ahead for 3 weeks classes. Now we are in first week, third session. Tomorrow we are starting C# .NET. Main in .NET is C# .NET is the hero of .NET Cinema. So that language we are starting tomorrow. So you can invite your friends to participate in this training from tomorrow onwards. So for that I'll share you one link to you all guys. Our TekZenius.com website register link. You can share to your friends. You can invite. For the guys who are joining tomorrow, for them I'll conduct 1 or 2 special backup sessions we will provide. Okay, so you can try to make success this course. So don't underestimate that we are giving free. That's why we are not. We may not have that much quality. No doubt about that. From tomorrow onwards, you will see what is C# .NET and how easy programming. Most of the people will have a doubt about programming, that is we can't write program. I'm sure everybody can write program irrespective of your background. Now what is Visual Studio .NET? Let me explain. Visual Studio .NET is a .NET development environment which we can use to develop the .NET applications. Okay, using Visual Studio .NET we can develop the application. Whenever you want to develop an application by using .NET platform, you require a tool called, a component called Visual Studio .NET. So what is Visual Studio .NET? Yeah, Visual Studio .NET is .NET development environment, yeah, which we can use to develop applications. Okay, that is a story about Visual Studio .NET. So yeah, now Manasa, can you explain what is Visual Studio .NET?
Visual Studio .NET is one of the component of .NET. When we install .NET, this is one of the component we get. Using this, we can develop apps. Actually, it's a .NET development environment.
Very good. What is second component? What is .NET Framework? What is .NET Framework? So what is .NET Framework? Let me explain about .NET Framework. .NET Framework is a .NET Framework is .NET Runtime Environment. It's a .NET Runtime Environment which we can use to run the .NET applications. .NET Framework is .NET Runtime Environment which we can use to run the .NET applications. So that is a story about a .NET Framework. So anybody can explain about .NET Framework? What is .NET Framework, guys? Yeah.
.NET framework is hello.
Yeah, please come on.
And .NET framework is the .NET is one of the when we are installing the .NET. So this .NET framework is one of the component of the. So the first one is Visual Studio. The second is the .NET framework. The .NET framework is the .NET runtime environment which can use it to run the programs.
Yeah. Let me give you some clarity here to all guys. So most of the people, couple of people already working in some other platforms and switching from mainframes to .NET, testing to .NET. No doubt in US market we know very well we should be multi-technology. Multi-technology we should know. Suppose till couple of days mainframes was excellent in the market, slowly it's getting down. Immediately we have to switch to .NET or some other platform. So for all the people I'm telling you, always try to improve the interview skills. So whenever there is a question, give the direct answer. Don't explain more and more. And just simple, what is the .NET framework? .NET framework is a .NET runtime environment, which we can use to run the .NET applications. That's it. Okay. So not required gunshot answers better. That you can improve. Like I'll provide a material to that material will have that type of bullet points. Bullet points are very important. So that's why I'm telling you interview skills, improve interview skills, because your 1 year career in company will be deciding 45 minutes interview. That is very, very important. Two abilities are important for a software professional. One is that interview skills. Second one is programming skills. When you can clear the interview, then only you can prove your programming skills, right? So finally, this is the story about .NET software. .NET software will contain two components. Number one, Visual Studio .NET. Number two, .NET Framework.
Oh.
Let me give you here the people may ask an interview question called, because every day we will use Visual Studio .NET, but .NET Framework will not see any time. It's internally will be there. When you run the application, that is taken care by your .NET Framework only. Now, one question is here, what are the differences between .NET Framework and Visual Studio .NET? That is important discussion. With whatever we have discussed till the time, we can understand, we can analyze the things. Differences between how many guys are writing nodes simultaneously? Yeah. How many are writing nodes simultaneously? You can respond through orally. Let me listen voice. Writing notes simultaneously. Paper. Huh?
Yeah, I'm maintaining. Tariq.
Yeah. How many are maintaining? I think very less. I'm not sure, but whether they are writing or not, I'm sure who will write will get very better result. That is very good interaction. Simultaneously write short notes, running notes on paper. Okay. Differences between Visual Studio .NET and .NET Framework. Okay. You guys also can prepare a table like what I'm doing here. I'm preparing a table here. Just let's analyze. First column, Visual Studio .NET. Prepare a table with 2 columns on your paper if you're writing notes. Otherwise, just observe the class. Visual Studio .NET and .NET Framework. Okay. So here, coming to Visual Studio .NET is I'm writing in the left side first and the .NET Framework in the right side. Okay. Right. Let's identify the points, main points. Number 1, the first point is, anyone can tell the first point here? What is about differences when you compare Visual Studio?
The .NET is a development environmental, and the .NET Framework is a runtime environmental.
Very good. It is .NET development environment. Yeah. And coming to here, it is .NET runtime environment. Okay. So this is the first point. Okay. One is .NET development environment. Second one is .NET runtime environment. Coming to the second point, what you can tell about second point, what we can do with the help of Visual Studio .NET using, come on, anyone can tell second point using?
Develop apps.
Yeah, using this we can develop the applications. Yeah, what we can do with the help of framework using this. Come on.
We run our apps.
Using this, we can run the applications, run the .NET application. These are the 2 points. And the next point is, I have a question to you all the guys. When we are developing an application by using .NET platform, I am developing the application. This application I am going to give to a supermarket person. So in this regard, who am I? And to me, you can call me as what? .NET developer. And as well as the supermarket person can be called .NET application developer. Me is .NET application developer. And the supermarket person can be called as application user. So here I am the application developer. He is the application user, end user. So here my question is, Visual Studio .NET is required for developer or end user?
Visible.
Or both?
No, .NET is for the developer.
Yeah, Visual Studio .NET is required for
Developer.
only. It is required for, why it is required for only developer? Because end user cannot not required any development environment, right? So that's why we can say it is required. Visual Studio .NET, it is required for only. It is required for only developer. It is required for only developer. Coming to here, yeah, here. What about .NET framework? What about .NET framework?
This is end user.
.NET framework is come on. .NET framework is required for .NET framework is required for developer or end user? Framework means it's a runtime environment. It is required for both only developer or only end user?
Both actually. But actually, once you develop this particular program, the developer also you need to check that one before releasing the component, correct?
Very good. While developing, it requires for both, guys. It requires for both. Which is required for both? Yeah, Visual Studio .NET framework is required for both. Both means here. Both means developer as well as
end user.
And end user. Why? Because even the developer also while developing the application, he required runtime environment. Is every moment he has to run the application, and as well as end user always required. End user always required because the application is running in the end user machine. With this, we can say that end user required and developer both required this .NET framework. Coming to fourth point, the fourth important point is, just observe, we have seen that various versions of .NET we have seen, right? Now in that, let me show you. .NET software will contain how many components? Just now we discussed
2 components.
Number one, all of you guys try to observe this 2 components. So one is Visual Studio .NET, another one is .NET Framework. This is .NET. 1 minute. Observe this. This is .NET 1.0. So it's contain both components. You can observe. Visual Studio .NET 2002, and means Visual Studio .NET is representing the year, and .NET Framework is representing with the version 1.0, like this. Did you understand this model, all of you? So now you guys, one person you tell me about .NET 1.1 now. Kushbu, you tell me about .NET 1.1. Here what you can say? Visual Studio .NET
2003.
Very good. 2003. And coming to here, .NET Framework
1.1.
.NET Framework 1.1. Okay, like that. This comparison we'll do now. In the fourth point, we are comparing this one. Right? Please mute yourself, guys. Now, yeah, the noise. I'm talking about first version. Sorry. Visual Studio.NET 2002. Here A, yes. What is this? .NET Framework. 1.0. Coming to B. Coming to B. Okay, now we are B. Visual Studio.NET. I'm talking about second one now. Yeah, Visual Studio.NET. Tell me, what is this? 2003. Coming to .NET Framework. .NET Framework. Here B is what?
1.1.
1.1. Very good. Now C. Fourth point only C. Here Visual Studio.NET. Come on. 2005. Here. Yeah, just C. .NET
2.0.
2.0.
Very good. Now D. Visual Studio.NET. Come on. 2006. Come on. 2006.
.NET Framework 3.
Yeah, .NET Framework. When you are using softwares, these confusions you should not have. That's why I'm giving clarity here. Okay, 3.0. And CDE. Visual Studio.NET. .NET 2000. Come on.
8.
2008. 3.5.
Yeah. .NET Framework. .NET Framework. Work 3.5. And EF. Visual Studio.NET 2010. Okay, here.
4.0.
Framework. .NET Framework. It will come under last point only. Fourth point only. 4.0 EFG. Yes. Yeah, here. G, come on, tell me. Visual Studio.NET
2012 and 4.5.
4.5.
.NET Framework.
4.5.
Framework. Yeah. 4.5. 4.5. So are you able to remember all the things? All of you?
Yeah, most of it I remember.
Try to write on paper. See, whatever inputs I'm telling you, follow me. Blindly you follow me 3 weeks. You see how much difference you will have. Okay, how much difference you will have. To start coding, at least you should have minimum things. When we are using tomorrow, start programming means we should open Visual Studio.NET. Then immediately we'll get it out. What is this Visual Studio.NET? And every time I'll tell the application is running in framework. So what do you mean by that? That's why we are having three theoretical classes. 1, 2, 3, 4 points here. 4 points. So yeah. Anybody?
A small note actually. This is the latest version in 2012. And any other versions are there after that one?
We have some other 13 like we are using, even though 2005 also. That clarity I'll give you later. That's why I didn't mention about that.
Why I'm asking that one actually, because this year OLED version is you explain a lot of things, but we will also come to know which is the latest version. Where is ending actually? That's the reason I want to ask that.
Listen here. People will use 4.5 and now it's under 5.0 is also there. That clarity I'll give you at the time of coding. Okay?
Okay, fine, not at all. Thank you.
Let's have clarity up to here. Now I have a question to all guys. Total we have 4 points. Yeah, 1.
Yes.
Yeah, anyone can tell the first point, like first point, second point, third point. 3 points you tell one. Yeah,
1 minute. It is a .NET development environment, and it is a .NET runtime environment. The first point. The second point is using this we can develop the apps, applications, and using this we can run the application using.
Wait, Lakshman, great. Yeah, we will give chance to others. So next, yeah, third
point, it is used for developer, and framework can be used for developer and
which is Visual Studio.NET is required for only developer, not required for end user. Why? Because end user doesn't require development environment, and the framework is required for .NET framework is required for
developer and end users.
Developer and end user. Excellent. And fourth point is the lengthy point. Actually, here fourth point is the lengthy point. So yeah, who will give the fourth point? Fourth point. Yeah, fourth point is like it has all the versions That's right. Fourth point. Come on.
Visual Studio .NET 2002 and the .NET Framework 1.0
Very good.
and the Visual Studio .NET in 2003.
Okay.
Visual Studio .NET in 2006 and Network Framework in 2.0.
Excellent. Okay. Okay. Next, somebody can continue. Already she has given a couple of points, right? Yeah.
2008 3.5.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
2008 3.5, 2012 4.5.
Yeah. 2010 you missed, I think it seems.
Yeah.
Again,
2010 is a 10, a 4.
wait. One person give me the first to last. Yeah. Yeah. Anyone?
Visual Studio .NET 2002, .NET Framework 1.0, Visual Studio .NET 2003, and .NET Framework 1.1.
Right. Next. Right. Next. Come on. Yeah.
Visual Studio .NET 2005 and .NET Framework 2.0.
Right.
And Visual Studio .NET 2006, .NET Framework 3.0.
Right. Next.
Visual Studio 2008, .NET Framework 3.5.
Right. Next.
Visual Studio .NET 2012, .NET Framework.
You are missing 10.
Yeah. Right. Okay, fine. Let me repeat all one time to all the guys. Right. Listen. Yeah. First, Visual Studio. It's a .NET development environment. It's a .NET runtime environment. Using Visual Studio .NET, we can develop the application. Using .NET Framework, we can run the applications. Visual Studio .NET is required for only developer, and the .NET Framework is required for developers and users. Coming to fourth point, Visual Studio .NET 2002, Framework 1.0, Visual Studio .NET 2003, and .NET Framework 1.1, Visual Studio .NET 2005 and .NET Framework 2.0, Visual Studio .NET 2006 and .NET Framework 3.0, 2008 Visual Studio .NET Framework 3.5, Visual Studio .NET 2010 and .NET Framework 4.0, and Visual Studio .NET 2012 and .NET Framework 4.5. So in our training, we are going to use 4.5, but even the Visual Studios are changed. Even the 2013, 2015 is also available. So about that comparison, I'll tell you later. Don't confuse here. Just remember one point, we are going to use 4.5. Okay. Now see, any version you take, slight differences will be there. So yeah. Now come back to our discussion here. Let me give you. Next, the thing is, you are developed the application. That application is going to execute. How .NET application will execute? So we're going to discuss now a small topic called how .NET application will execute. That we are going to discuss. If you want to understand this, we need to understand what is .NET execution engine. First of all, we need to understand what is .NET execution engine. Any idea what is if you know something about Java, what is Java execution engine, guys? What is Java execution engine? JVM, Java Virtual Machine. Similarly, .NET execution engine is CLR. CLR stands for Common Language Runtime. Common Language Runtime. CLR stands for Common Language Runtime. So, what is the role of CLR? Answer is what? Can you answer this question? Executing .NET applications. Okay. You remember one important point. CLR is the part of .NET Framework, which is a .NET execution engine. Again, I'm telling you, CLR is the part of .NET Framework. It's the integral component of .NET Framework. and the role of CLR is executing .NET applications. So about CLR, 2 points. CLR is an integral component of .NET framework. CLR stands for Common Language Runtime. The role of the CLR is executing .NET application. And it's a common language runtime. Common language runtime means common execution engine for all .NET languages. Whether you are developing an application with the help of C#.NET or VB.NET or other .NET language, for all .NET languages, we have only one execution engine. That's the reason the name has given as Common Language Runtime. Suppose I developed an application by using C#.NET. You are developing application by using VB.NET. Your friend is developing application by using VC++.NET. So you have a number of .NET languages, but all .NET language applications has to execute with the help of a single execution engine. That is the reason they have given a name as what, guys? CLR. Now let's understand about .NET application execution process. You remember one point. .NET application execution process we are going to see first with one diagram. Let me explain with the diagram, then I'll give you the more explanation here. .NET application execution process. Just to take this diagram, if possible, you record on your paper. That will be good for us because it's one of the interview question. People will ask you, explain about CLR, what is .NET execution engine, what is CLR, what is the role of CLR. I have a question. If you want, yeah, please don't give the noise. If you have noise, please mute yourself. Okay. Suppose you are having a .NET application. Whatever language you will use, if you want to execute the .NET application, you require a .NET execution engine. Your .NET execution engine name is what, guys? CLR. So CLR is the execution engine. So, but the CLR has designed by the Microsoft to understand one code. Which code you know? MSIL code. Your CLR can understand only one code. That code name is MSIL. CLR has designed by Microsoft to understand only MSIL code. MSIL stands for Microsoft Intermediate Language. Intermediate Language Code. So suppose if you want to develop any application by using .NET, you require .NET languages. You require any one of the .NET language. So let's say I'm developing an application by using C#.NET. My friend is developing an application by using VB.NET. Okay, let me clear the diagram again. Yeah, here CLR. I required CLR. Okay, but CLR can understand only one code, that is called MSIL code. Microsoft has designed to understand a common language code called MSIL. But to develop an application, you have to write the program by using .NET language. Let us assume I am writing code by using C#.NET, one .NET language, and my friend is writing by using other .NET language called VB.NET. Okay, so actually, whenever you write a program, I have a question, guys. Let's say you are writing a program by using C language. You will write the code in which language? C means suppose to print something, you will use printf. Printf is in which language, guys? Printf, English. English. C++ means cout. Cout is English. Means you take any programming language, the code will be in the form of a human being understandable language called English. Like even the C#.NET, VB.NET code also will be human being understandable language called English. Due to that reason, all these programming language code will be in high level language, that is called English. That's why all these languages are called as high level languages. High level languages. But whenever you run this application, this C#.NET code and VB.NET code is in high level language, which cannot understand by the CLR. CLR can understand MSIL code. Due to that reason, for every language they have given one language compiler. For C#.NET, the language compiler is CSC, C#.NET compiler. For VB.NET, the language compiler is VBC, VB.NET compiler. C#.NET compiler, VB.NET compiler. These are called language compilers. Language compilers. So, whenever you run your .NET application, the duty of the language compilers will convert the high-level language code into MSIL code. CSC, C#.NET compiler will convert C#.NET high-level language code into MSL code. VB.NET compiler called VBC will convert high-level language code into MSL code. This is step 1 in .NET application execution process. Step 1. Step 1 is simple. Language compilers will convert high-level language code into MSIL code. MSIL stands for Microsoft Intermediate Language Code. Why? Because CLR can understand only MSIL code. Step 2. Step 2 is, in the next level you will have operating system. But your operating system can understand only native code or machine code, nothing but zeros and ones. So here operating system can understand only native code, which cannot understand MSIL code. Due to that reason, within the CLR, we have one more component or one compiler called JIT compiler. JIT compiler will be there within the CLR. JIT compiler. Okay. JIT stands for just in time compiler, just in time. The duty of the JIT compiler will be which converts MSIL code to native code. This is step 2 in .NET application execution process. Finally, we can say .NET application execution process will be divided into 2 steps. Step 1 is high level language code will be converting to MSIL code with the help of language compilers. Step 2 is compiler, just-in-time compiler, which is part of CLR, will convert MSIL code to native code. This is .NET application execution process. So here you can explain like this. If you want to explain theoretically, .NET application execution process will be into 2 steps. 2 steps. Yeah. Step 1. Yeah. Anyone? Step 1 is what? Come on.
Language compilers will convert.
Very good.
Hello.
Yeah.
Language compilers will convert high-level language into MSIL code because of
language compiler will convert high level
language code into MSIL code.
MSIL stands for
Microsoft Intermediate Language Code.
Microsoft Intermediate Language Code. And the step 2 is
JIT compiler, just-in-time compiler will convert this MSIL code into native code.
JIT compiler will convert MSIL code into native code. This is .NET application execution process. Okay, guys. So this is about introduction to .NET. Complete whatever we have given 3 sessions. Okay, tomorrow we are going to start our language called C#.NET. Okay, so here I'm sharing one link to all the guys. What is that? You can observe one link, TekZenius link. Tomorrow, your friends, if anybody are interested to join in our training, they can join. Just ask them to register in this link. Automatically we'll send a GoToMeeting link. Once they will register, we'll get an alert. Our team will send you the GoToMeeting link to join tomorrow's session. You don't require, already you are all registered people. Have you received any link, guys, in chat? Hello?
Yes.
Have you received, right? TekZenius.com/home/ Okay, so my advice is, till today we had discussion about introduction to .NET. So tomorrow we are entering into C#.NET. Ramesh is asking, does JIT applies to VB.NET? Yes, any language you take, JIT will be there. Okay, yeah. So tomorrow we are starting programming language called C#.NET. Newcomers are invited. Any of your friends, forward that link to all your friends, your WhatsApp contacts, and your Facebook contacts, your email contacts, and let them see 2 sessions, tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Then you will get an idea how C#.NET is. Okay, so programming, most of the people like will have a wrong assumption that learning programming is tough. No, always 90% of the job scope will be in programming side. So learning programming is not that much tough. If you will put the efforts, if you have a proper guidance, I'm sure you can become a good programmer. See, coming 2 weeks classes, I'll show you how you can learn programming. I'll show you the main highlight of this training is improving your programming skills. I said that you will get job in 2 to 3 interviews. Don't assume that TekZenius will provide a job for you. It will give you a guarantee of job. Not like that. I will make you people to get the job in 2 to 3 interviews with this training. See, coming 2 weeks training is giving a C#.NET in some level, free classes. After that, if you, whenever you want to convert for full course, so full course will be there. Once you attended full course, you will become a programmer. See, in this, you know very well in IT industry, programmer role is important. Most of the people will scare about coding. Learning coding is easy. Learning coding is tough. But with my course, I'll prove that programming is easy. Number one, with 1 month, I'll make you to say, I love coding. That is the word I can give you. If your programming skills will improve, you can clear any type of interviews. And coming from different platform people, like already who are in industry, like already since a couple of years I'm into testing, mainframes, data warehousing, I want to switch into .NET. Really, it is a very good change in your life. I'm sure about that, because always evergreen platforms are .NET and Java. Suppose if you want to switch, your experience will not go anywhere. Excellent. Suppose you are having 5 years experience in industry already in mainframes. How you have to prepare resume for that type of people? I'll give you the classes, resume preparation classes. How much experience you have to show mainframes? How much experience you have to show .NET? And especially after, even though you have 10 years experience in other field like testing platform or other platform also, when you are switching into .NET, how you have to prepare the resume? That will give you resume building classes will conduct, and as well as I'll give you the end of the course. I'll give you interview guidance and what are the questions we will get, and if possible a couple of mock interviews also. So that is about what I want to share to you today. So tomorrow, get ready guys, all of you guys. Tomorrow onwards, actual war is going to start. I'm sure you are going to write your own programs. How many are interested to write your own coding? Here, if faculty will write the program, it will not helpful for the student. My main idea is I want to make the student to write the program. So I'm sure tomorrow onwards you are going to write your own code. How many are interested to write your own program? You can respond through chat other than voice. Second thing is, end of the course, I'll give you one website, how with the help of .NET, how to develop a website. We'll conduct a real-time project, we'll implement end of the course. In that course, you will, as part of this .NET course, you are going to develop a website by using .NET platform, and you will host into the internet. You will host into the internet. Means developing a website with the help of .NET, you are going to host into the internet. That experience will give you a lot of confidence. Like a simple 20 web pages website, you can develop. It's a 4-5 classes process, and that is the process of uploading the website into the server is called web hosting. So it's not a big deal. Within 1 hour, you can learn how to host a website. Once you will reach that stage, you can develop, you can build your own apps, own applications, own websites you can develop. So always my advice to all the people, learn good subject. .NET is not a semester subject. .NET is not an academic subject. It's a lifetime subject. You learn like that. So any questions if you have, please, you can ask.
I'm having a small doubt actually.
Yeah, please.
And this after converting step to the native code, then what is the operating? This directly go to the operating system, correct? The last time.
Yeah.
Okay, Najib, because I'm understanding step 1, step 2. After that, what is the next process actually?
Nothing else. Operating system will accept that native code and it will run the application. Your total
native code, nothing but binary language, something like that. No?
Zeros and ones, nothing else. Zeros and
that's native code, nothing but binary code only, correct?
Yeah. Binary code, machine code, native code, everything will be same. Zeros and ones. Okay.
Okay, because I remember only binary code. That's why I'm asking. No problem.
It has a byte code, binary code, machine code, native code. But both, end of the day, that code is nothing but zeros and ones. Because you know very well, operating can understand only zeros and ones. And this is my mail ID, rnd@tekzenius.com. And any queries you can target to this ID. And this is our company ID. For any further communication, you can communicate these people. info@tekzenius.com. Okay. So now, guys, come on. Yeah. Any concerns?
I have one question. What is the difference between running an app and developing an app?
Running an app means, so like you are developing WhatsApp. That is called developing the application. So same WhatsApp is running in your mobile. That's called running, right? Executing the app.
And you are using like that, so you can make it as a simple way. You are using the WhatsApp, correct? And that's called running.
It's called running. Suppose I'm developing gmail.com. I'm developing gmail.com site. Same gmail.com I'm using. That's called running. You are executing means running. Whenever you open it, it's executing. See, app, when we will open a WhatsApp, it's running the application. Your application is running, right? Right. Next. Okay. Yeah, guys. So total the session will be 1 hour every day. So last 5 to 10 minutes, I'll give a chance to ask the questions. And end of the like once we will convert into paid, we'll definitely plan some tech support team to you guys, clear your doubts, and end-to-end service you will get. I'm sure about that. And we will provide the materials. Full materials we'll provide. I told you already. These are all the books I'm going to provide as part of this course. And for this 3 weeks program also, I'm preparing one small short book like up to .NET fundamentals we are going to provide. So thank you very much, guys. We'll meet tomorrow. Don't miss tomorrow's session. It's very important. I'm sure by tomorrow and after tomorrow, your confidence will build like anything. Thank you very much. Bye to all, guys.